How would you like to know what you could do in just the next few hours to create change in your skin? Things that you could go to the drugstore for or might even be in your kitchen. I'm Lisa. I've been an holistic master esthetician for over 40 years. So everything I teach you comes from the hundreds of thousands of clients I've helped around the world to have beautiful, healthy skin and apparently hair and body skin without needles, procedures, or pills. I will be 60 years old in February, and I am a real woman aging. I wear no foundation or concealer in these videos, and I don't alter them in any way. So if I'm having a bad day, or if it's dark outside, or rainy or sunny, that's just what it is. And I am proud of who I am, and I want to help you to be proud of who you are. These are things that you could go out today and get. So let's just get into it. Teeth. When your teeth are white, sure, it'd be great if they were straight, but I find it so beautiful when a woman has a little bit of a crooked tooth somewhere. I remember for years when I was young, I loved how Cher had that little, I can't remember what the tooth is called, but it was just that tooth right here. And it was kind of sad when she changed it because it was such an iconic look. It was beautiful. It was unique. But having your teeth white is a really important thing. Now, there's a couple things you can do. With my dentist, he absolutely agrees with me on this. I take my toothbrush, I add a little hydrogen peroxide, which I didn't bring down here, and I pour a little baking soda on it, and I just brush my teeth with it. I do this about twice a month. Sometimes I do more, but really, I probably just think about it twice a month. The other thing you can do are Crest white strips. Now, I buy these at Costco. They're just based on hydrogen peroxide, so they're not going to harm you in any way. But keeping your teeth white, flossing morning and night to get everything in between, and even when I brush my teeth with the peroxide and baking soda, or if I use a strip, I really tuck it into my teeth, and that's what keeps them white. White teeth makes you look healthier. It just makes you look brighter and have a brighter smile, so it makes you smile more. The other thing that you could do today is you could go out and get bare aspirin. I buy this at Costco, and I add that to manuka honey. I actually found this one at Costco as well. I was shocked at the price because typically it can be upwards of $40. You want it to have a UMF seal. That means it is actually from New Zealand, and New Zealand honey is pure. It is considered the purest, the healthiest. Now, a lot of you know that are my clients here. Living in Hawaii, I have started trying Hawaiian local honey. However, manuka is still my favorite, and I'll see how the Hawaiian honey does. What I do is I just crush about 6 aspirin. These are natural salicylic acid, so I really want you to think of that as almost a natural peel for your skin. I don't believe in peels, but I believe in natural. Things that I use in my products like papin, pumpkin, natural AHAs and BHAs, pineapple. But this is also a way today, crush 6 aspirin up. People have said aspirin crushers. I use a little pustule, and then add maybe a tablespoon of manuka honey or a little bit more. And I just stir it up and I put it on my face with the back of the spoon. If you go into my video archive, you will see videos on masks. Something you can do today from the drugstore. Another thing that I think is really beneficial, your skin is an oil-loving organ. Most people don't understand that. If you make too much oil, you're actually drying your skin out with too many actives or bad skincare products or sunscreen, or I don't like foundation and concealer, one of the #1 causes of acne and aging, in my opinion, 40 plus years. But if you don't put oil on your skin, so if you're dry, many of you are also using too many actives, or you have such a callus layer or decades of cumulative damage that nothing is getting in and nothing is getting out. So putting oil on your skin daily is such a value to your skin, both your arms and your body. And this is also an oil or an olive oil that I purchased from Kirkland or from Costco. I tried to keep things that you might be able to go and get easily. Certainly you can get better, maybe manuka honeys, although this UMF seal's wonderful. Certainly you might have an olive oil that you just love because you're a fabulous cook and you know it's better. But this is what I use. And I make a Peaches facial oil with all of my favorite oils in it: bergamot, grapeseed oil, olive oil, castor. But if you just have olive oil, take a little bit of olive oil, rub it together. You can put it on your arms, everywhere, and then put it on your skin. And then go and follow one of my facial yoga videos and just get that working. You will be amazed how you will see changes in your skin almost immediately. And that leads into a gua sha. You should be able to find a gua sha really in any drugstore or beauty store. If you live near a mall, on our island, we don't really have a mall like that, but Anthropology, somewhere like that is going to have a true stone gua sha. This is rose quartz. You might find jade, and you just want to use it with your oil. I love to do my oil and my gua sha at night. I've done my PM routine all the way to my moisturizer. I may go in and get some hot tea. I may go walk around the garden. Kent and I might sit outside for a bit. But when we sit down to retire for the night and relax, that is when I do all of my facial yoga, my facial massage, getting the blood flowing. And it is a wonderful time to do gua sha. It is a way to get deep into the muscles and create muscle memory and lifting those muscles. Blood flow, you'll hear me say it in a lot of my videos, creates oxygenation of skin cells and therefore collagen. I also love a gua sha because it's hard and I can get right under my cheek muscle and that bone and gently just push it up. Because we know as we mature, which is a beautiful thing, our bones do change a bit. So I really try hard to just keep reminding them to stay put or to be more, a little bit more defined. And that's what gua sha does. It defines. Another thing that you all know I love if you're Peaches is I love Persa Gel by Clean and Clear. I keep several boxes of this for people who visit or people I meet out and about that really need help with their skin. It is a time-released benzoyl peroxide. I have used this for as long as I've been an esthetician, so over 40 years. And what I love about it is benzoyl peroxide can be very irritating, but it can be such a help for killing bacteria on the skin. We all have natural fungus and bacteria on our skin. It's when we activate it with things like bad skincare products, bad sunscreen, foundation and concealer, over actives, too many actives, that we can have an issue. And so I love my clients to apply a little bit of Persa Gel to their skin. You could do it morning or night. Just make sure you wear a hat when you walk outside. You will see such a change in your skin with Persa Gel. If you have any irritation, add a little water to it. But it's really meant to help with acneic or acne or bacteria. And typically, you can just put it in the area you have acne, but many times your chin is connected to your forehead, connected to your cheek, so you do want to possibly put it everywhere. If you're a peach, I love to add luminescent lifting serum after. It just creates such a beautiful bond, and they work so well together. Okay, for fungus, which many of you reach out, literally thousands of people tell me all the time. I think I answer over 100 people a day that they have rosacea or eczema or psoriasis or plaque psoriasis. It is typically just active fungus. And I learned about this decades ago from a wonderful cosmetic surgeon. No, I did not do anything to my face. I've never touched my face with a needle procedure or pill, but I helped women that had had mastectomies, and I would go in and do permanent makeup to create an areola for them. And Monostat 7 is antifungal. It is a mycosinol nitrate. It has to be this purple box. This is the one thing that can be no name off-brand. Same with benzoyl peroxide. But this is for fungus, redness, itchiness, bumpiness that you think looks like all of those things I said, when in actuality you have activated it with the same reasons as bacteria. Bad skincare products, bad sunscreen, foundation and concealer, and just too many actives. Sometimes even the water in your home, so be mindful of that. Another thing you can go out and get today, I found these at Target. Now, I don't love the name. They're called dermaplaners. If you've been with me a while as I drop them all, you understand that dermaplaning is done in a surgical office with a surgical blade under anesthesia. For those that have severe burns or scarring, they actually scrape at the skin. This is purely shaving. But what I loved about these is that they're very delicate. I like that they're gentle. And I will actually just do my eyebrows with them. Sometimes I'll do my chin or my lip, but I use a razor in the shower with that. If you're one of my Peaches, I use Restore Cleanser. But I actually take care of my eyebrows with one of these. I stopped waxing decades ago. I learned and I taught different estheticians, and I was amazed going into different salons how dirty they were and how many double dipped the stick. They would dip it in the wax, put it on your face or in other private areas, and then put it right back in the wax. And so many women through the years have come to me with discolored lips, discoloration on their faces, and that's because the waxing would remove some skin. You'd go out into the sun and create more damage. And so I started shaving years ago. It really is an old wives' tale that shaving creates more hair. It does not. Another thing you can go and get today, or it might be in your kitchen, baking soda. I don't want to hear you tell me that someone said it was bad or it had a bad pH. These are things I've used with my clients for decades. Baking soda, a little bit of water for 10 seconds once a week. Too many of you are doing it too much. Acts like microdermabrasion we do in our salons. Microdermabrasion should be done with crystals, pure and simple. If they're using a diamond tip or some type of tip, it's cheap, it's inexpensive for them to do, and it is filing your face and will create an opening for bacteria and fungus. Just take a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of water, and just work it around your skin for about 10 seconds. If you're a Peach, I like to do this either before or after perfecting polish. So you've cleansed with Restore, or you've exfoliated with Flawless Exfoliator to loosen, Restore to kill bacteria and fungus, Classic Cleanser to feed and bring up new healthy cells. And then you could do baking soda at that point and then perfecting polish. Okay, a couple more things. I love neti pots. Some of you have talked about these other squeezy things they use. A neti pot is amazing. I use it because the left side of my face, I will ask Kent all the time, is something dripping out of my nose? Do you see anything? My left side is where I carry allergies, where I'm draining, where I'll have a puffy eye in some of these videos. And so I like to do a neti pot. There have been times I've done it every day for a few days, but at least a few times a month. A neti pot can be so helpful for under eye swelling, for any irritation you're getting, and the nose is where staph starts. So cleaning your nose, keeping your nasal passages clean, taking a Q-tip with alcohol. We do this every day, twice a day. Inside your nostril, we also do our ears and our belly button because staph starts in the nose, and that's why people start to break out in those areas or have a lot of breakout. A couple more things. I love these little eye masks. You can get these at local department stores. They are by Karuna. I have no code. These can be wonderful eye masks. I like to use them several times. I'll put them back in the little container, and it's like a little paper container, and I'll probably use them 4 or 5 times for one. These are great for under eyes just to hydrate. I also love Dermatology Brightening eye masks. These are great. These are probably my favorite, but you can't just run out and get them at the drugstore today. I do have a code Lisa20, and they are fantastic, and I also reuse these. I think you get, I don't know how many in the container, but they're wonderful. And then last but not least, a lemon in your water, great for gut health. Gut health is everything for beautiful skin. Cut your lemon, squeeze it in your water. A lot of you know that I use a water system that we have at our local store called Kangen water. It's like a pH water, and I swear by it for Kent and my health, my hair, my teeth, my skin. But I love lemon water. This will change the pH a bit of the water, but not in a negative way. And then getting a good night's sleep. Sleep is everything. I take magnesium. I do everything to help myself sleep. A little lavender on the bottom of my feet. A few of my clients recommended that to me. And then I love my Lunya mask. I also don't work with them, but I have tried so many masks from Amazon and everywhere else, and I just love these. It's funny, they sell them at our local spa at the hotel here. You could probably find these at a spa, at some finer stores. I would guess Nordstrom's would have it. But putting an eye mask on, one, helps to smooth that area at night. I haven't worn a Frowny in years. I'm just not thrilled with them anymore. It helps to keep my black castor oil on my eyes. I love that it's fatty and liquid, and so when I put the mask right over it, it just keeps it nice and in place, if you will, and it helps me sleep. It blocks out the light. It helps me to stop thinking, and sleep is everything for healthy skin and body and soul. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope I've given you ideas to run out today and go do things. You can always email me personally at lisa@peachesskincare.com, and you can ask me anything with love and kindness below. I hope that I've helped all of you to uncover your true confidence.